Radical Persuasion. Today I'm going over the London Real Teeka Tiwari crossover promotion offer event that is in the financial space. So we're going to dive into the things that they're doing in this email to get people to click through and to learn more about their offer. So Radical Persuasion, discovering the secrets. Quick about me. I'm a direct response copywriter, growth strategist. I help businesses in these sectors, usually using these types of things. If you want to join, I have a free weekly newsletter where I talk about stuff like this. That I go even deeper, go into stuff that I don't include in the YouTube videos. So if you want to access that, you can apply and sign up right here. Just michaeljmontgomery.com/radical persuasion secrets, and I'll see you there. All right. So starting with the subject line, welcome to the IPO boom of 2020, the biggest wealth creation event ever. So I'm a huge fan of emojis and subject lines. That's just the way it is. When you see just a giant block of text in your inbox and everything starts to blend together and you get lazy to try to read things, emojis are a good eye stopper. They kind of grab people. And I've been saying this in all these videos. I'm saying for now it is a good eye grabber and stopper because not too many people are doing it. But I'm sure when it becomes an emoji party inside of inboxes, people are gonna, it's gonna all blend together at that point. But right now, seems to be a good way to catch people's attention. It catches my attention at least. And in some of the campaigns I've done, they've had pretty good open rates with emojis inside. So inside the subject line. So biggest IPO boom of 2020. So this makes it feel like it's something big happening, something momentous, something seismic, which catches people's attention. When something out of the ordinary happens, it catches anybody's attention. That's why it's part of why news is so addicting, and why people get excited to go to events, to go to concerts, parties, outings, any type of event, because it's something out of the ordinary. It's something that a lot of people, if there's an event happening, then it's implied that many people value what is happening in that time and place, and it creates this feeling of value, of excitement. So I like that. Right off the bat, so they use photos in here. So welcome to the IPO boom of 2020, the biggest wealth creation event ever. So saying in all of history, this is going to be the greatest wealth creation event. And wealth creation is geared towards the benefit of why someone would pay attention to this. They want to create wealth. And by saying sign up now, it's implied that you can take part in this event and create wealth for yourself. Now, this is all just one picture. So you can click anywhere on it and it will take you through to the next page. But notice how they also include a button in the picture. So as you can see, the little hand, it doesn't change as you move away from the button. That's because you can click anywhere. But adding a button, I said this before on the Dan Henry email, for a video, if it's a video, putting the play button there on the photo, even if it's a screenshot, it's not going to play inside, but it can get people to click through to the next page. So limited space in this rare pre-IPO deal. Shares are at first come, first serve. So there's a scarcity at play here. The fear that you might miss out on what I know so far as a reader is one of the biggest events to make money of all time. And now you're telling me that I can't delay. I can't waste time just thinking about this or ignoring this, because if I want in, there's not an unlimited amount of space. Shares are first come, first served. So, hi Mike. Right now, history is being made in the initial public offering market, the IPO market. Reuters calls it a frenzy. I think they meant to do a space here. Maybe. Reuters calls it a frenzy. Wall Street Journal says it's a bonanza. And Bloomberg reports IPOs are creating a new billionaire every week. So right now they're stacking credibility. So even if someone doesn't, you're on the list, so you know who Brian Rose is. But if you don't know who Teeka Tiwari is right away, maybe when you're seeing this email. This is going to help cushion the blow of introducing someone unfamiliar to you if you never heard of Teeka before, and this is the first time you're seeing Brian introduce you to him. Now, this is already going to do a lot of the heavy lifting. If you're a London Real subscriber and you're on that list, knowing that Brian endorses this guy and isn't part of this event is going to do the heavy lifting. But this just adds some credibility from third-party sources, recognizable third-party sources. So anyone who's interested in finance, they'll be familiar with these publications: Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg. These are the go-to places to kind of figure out. You could argue that whether they are rightly or wrongly the right places to learn about how to make money. People recognize them. All right. So then, but there's something no one in the media is telling you, and no one on Wall Street wants you to find out. The real money is made pre-IPO. So this is one of the things I talked about. I brought up inside of Copy Chief. I posed the question of basically why are secrets such a enticing thing when it comes to persuasion and direct response? And I got a lot of great answers. One answer I hadn't heard before is that it's kind of an ego thing. Like, you want to be known as someone on the inside, being exclusive, being at a higher status, elevates you socially, and it could elevate your sense of self-worth, even your sense of self-confidence, whether that's temporarily or as part of a long-term build up. If you take part in this, and this ends up being a smart decision for you, people wanted to get on the inside. No one likes to stand outside of the nightclub in the line, or wonder what they need to do to have the bouncer just give them a little wink and let them in. Everyone wants to have that status to be able to have access. That concept of having access is powerful. Having access is having power. It's having influence. So by investing in a stock, by investing before a stock goes public, with the right timing and the right information, you could become set for life. One stock, one day, potentially a lifetime of wealth. Luckily, I know an expert in this market, my good friend Teeka Tiwari, Wall Street IPO expert and former hedge fund manager. So, one of the things that I see with this too, with offers that are especially effective, is introducing something that has not been seen before. And me personally, when I was looking at this email, I said pre-IPO, like, how can you invest in a company before they go public? It doesn't make much sense to me, because that's what the IPO is for. It's initial public offering. It's a private company, then transitioning to being a public company, and now selling stocks. So this is also a strong curiosity peak for me. Maybe I'm just not as sophisticated an investor to know that this is something that's more common than maybe this email is saying it is, but it has my curiosity, because I'm like, how do you invest in a company before I can buy stocks? I don't quite understand, without being like a venture capitalist or have a bunch of money. So, and then they include another photo here. Again, you see this photo, it's clickable. You can go to the landing page, and it's doing the heavy lifting of creating a strong joint venture. That Brian likes this guy, he endorses him, they have fun together, they're friends. That you can trust this. All right. So he told me that while everyone knows the IPO market is hot, nobody is talking about this little known, previously invitation only market called pre-IPO. And he knows a way to get in on these fortune building deals before the IPO. In fact, he's identified a very specific biotechnology company that is primed and ready to make massive gains. So this is cool. It's now saying that, like, okay, the key, now the thought process I have, like, how is that possible? The key to getting in on that is Teeka. And that's important, because this email is not now explaining how to get in on pre-IPO deals in general. It's not an article. It's not an informational packet saying, oh, this is how you do it, this is what's possible, here's what's done in the past. It's giving you enough information so to get you interested, and then positioning Teeka as your guide to doing that. to where the only way to really get at the nitty gritty details is to follow up and click through and learn more about the opportunity. And then biotechnology, by being specific in the type of industry, you add a little credibility to yourself too, because it takes everything from kind of up in the air and vague to something specific. It's like, oh, here's the, I'm not going to tell you the name of the company right now, but it's a biotech company. So now that piques curiosity even more. You're like, biotech, what is that? And maybe you don't even know what biotech is, but if you do, then you're like, and then maybe you start guessing which companies might be, and just build more curiosity. Fortunately, can't share this information with everyone. Is doing a special favor for me and just a few London Reelers by offering his deep insight and special information. Again, building the scarcity. If you want to be one of the few, exclusivity status, who take advantage of this special opportunity, then click here. Adding many opportunities to click. It's good. And sign up for Teeka's live, one-time only, Set for Life Summit. There are now only limited spaces available. So even though this is going to be virtual, calling it an event still makes it feel like it's got the, you can borrow the excitement and credibility and general feeling of an event by calling something like this an event. There are limited spaces available. Teeka has done this special favor for me and everyone at London Reel, and I will also be attending live. So adding in that Brian's going to be there. Of course, this is going out to his list. They like to see Brian, and so him as part of that. Oh, new message from Brian Rose. Look at that. Just hit my inbox again. So yeah, the truth is I only offer 2 of these special situations every year, and this is one of them. But once it's gone, it's gone. So again, creating more scarcity, saying this is one of the biggest events of all time, and these types of events, I only do these things twice a year. So even if you're a Brian subscriber, you like this opportunity, you think everything sounds good, but you're like, well, I'm sure Brian will bring me something like this in the future. He's creating more urgency now. He's saying, well, this is a one-time thing for this type of opportunity, and for these types of events, I only really do them every so often. So, click through to learn more. By the way, something I kind of skipped over, Set for Life Summit. So, naming it something benefit-oriented. So someone wants to be set for life. Do you want to be set for life? I want to be set for life. Having the type of FU money where you're good. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to listen to anyone. You can go do your own thing. That's a benefit. So wrapping in that benefit to the name of the event helps to kind of reinforce why someone would want to attend, what this is about. Click here to sign up for this free one-time only event, Set for Life Summit. Take advantage of once in life. See you there, Brian. And then the headshot, signature, all good stuff. Cool. That's it for this one. Again, if you want to hop on that free weekly newsletter that I send, I send one per week with some tips, insights of what's working now, and I also do sometimes videos that I don't release publicly, just to the list. So hope to see you on there, and talk soon.